Hello everybody, it's Destiny Likambi here. I'm the youngest author in the world to publish multiple books, and I'm the world's youngest author. And here are all my books. As you can see, here my fifth and sixth book, and there's my book that I wrote when I was 5. And there's my 2 other books that I wrote when I was 6. And then this book was actually my second book. I wrote this book when I was 5, but it got published actually when I was now 7. So I'm going to be reading you Chicky in the Forest today. And it's about my best favorite teddy that I have. Chicky and the Forest. There once lived a cheerful boy named Chicky. Chicky lived in the forest with his family and loved playing out in nature. One sunny day, Chicky asked his mum if he could go out for an adventure in the forest, but his mum said no. He begged his mum, saying, "Please, Mum, I will be safe and careful, I promise." But his mum still said no. So Chicky started to cry and wouldn't stop crying. He was hoping that he would eventually get his way by crying, but his mum wouldn't give in or change her mind. Later on, Chicky decided to sneak out of the house. Chicky left for the forest, singing and dancing to the sounds of the birds along the way. Chicky was happy and proud of himself. He thought he was a big and responsible boy who was brave enough to go out into the forest. And I will be reading my 6th book, Summer Holiday. And I will be reading this book, Summer Holiday, that was about my books. And first of all, before I move on to this book, I'm going to ask you the questions of the Chicky in the Forest. What is the title of the book? What is the name of the book series? What is the name of the main character of the book? Do you have a favorite toy? Can you describe Chicky? Can you describe Chicky's mum? What do you often do to get your way when you are told no? And this is just the questions I'll be telling you because there's a lot of questions. And here's the Summer Holiday, my book. And I wrote it when I was 6. And it's about a loving family who went out to a hotel for the weekend. The summer holiday. There once was a loving family of 5 that were made up by the mum, dad, and 3 sisters. The oldest sister's name was Patricia, the middle sister's name was Anisha, and the youngest sister's name was Monica. One day, Patricia asked if they could go to the Ruby Gold Coast in Australia. Since Mum and Dad wanted to do a nice trip for a few weeks, they decided to say yes. Patricia screamed in excitement and raced upstairs to tell Anisha and Monica. They screamed and all came in for a hug. They were so happy and excited that their Mum and Dad had said yes, so they all went to sleep early that night. The next day, they got up early and had some Weetabix for breakfast, even though it was not a school day. After breakfast, they all went upstairs to their rooms and packed their clothes. They were all set and ready for their summer holiday on the beach. Soon they went downstairs with their bags and boxes, eager to say goodbye to their house and drive to the airport. And I will be reading you some of the questions from the summer holiday. What is the title of the book? What is the name of the author of the book? How many siblings does Patricia have? What are the names of the siblings? Can you describe the siblings? Where did the family go for their summer holiday? How many stories does the Ruby Gold Coast tell? And this is my 6th book, The Summer Holiday, and my 5th book. And in my last final words, I just want to say to you is that always believe in yourself and never ever give up. And if I can write this much amount of books, then you can write it at any age, even 1, 3, you can write it at 99, you can write it at 100, you can even write it at 7. And also, you can write one at 5. I would want to say to you that you could get my books anywhere. You could get my books straight from Amazon. You could get my books from me. You could get them in some libraries, because I've been to some libraries to schools, and I've been to schools. So I've been helping people read their books and write their books. And if you want to, you can buy my books anywhere, because you can buy them straight from me too. And if you want your children to come here with me and they can actually have a phone call with me, you can. And you can get your books published by Global Publishing Likambi, and you need a wide imagination to write a book, a huge imagination to write a book, because if you just write your book and you don't even think what you're going to write, it's not going to make any sense. So you need to think and think until you know your book. And what I do when I make my books, I just close my eyes and the idea clicks straight into my mind. Just like my book, this book, I was closing my eyes and I just had a vision of Chicky. So I had a vision that I should just write a book of Chicky and me. And it's good that I've inspired a person called Jace Joyce to write a book, and he was 4 when he wrote his book. And I went on a video call with him, and after that I met him in real life, and I really did inspire him. I really inspired him. So he's got 2 books now. And I've also inspired a child in a nearby school next to my house to write a book. And in class, they were staying in class and they were actually writing their own book. And this is why I just don't know how kids younger than me can write an amazing book, and it's got so much funness inside of it. Also, you need to properly think of the drawings, and you don't just scribble on your page. You properly write it like this. That's what you do. And you have to think of what happens in real life if you want to write your book, non-fiction or fiction. Bye. It's Destiny Likambi here. I'll see you all soon. Bye.